Hey guys, and welcome back. And if you're new here, thanks so much for joining us today. Today is Vlogmas Day 8 and it is a travel day. So what better thing to do while driving to talk about our travel days. Now for us, our routine has changed a little bit since we've gotten the new RV, but a lot is still the same. So for example, what are some of the things that you have to do now for travel days, Lou?
That I have to do.
Yes.
Basically the same things I did before.
Okay, switches.
Unhook the electric, the sewer, the water. Take off the chocks from the wheels. Remove the leveling blocks. Put on the weight distribution. Pick up. Well, pre-travel day, I pick up the outside, the patio, so the chairs, the rugs, barbecue table, lights, all those things.
Okay. Now there is quite a few things that I do inside, but is pending Lou as well. Because, for example, we don't like traveling with our TV up on the arm, right?
Yeah.
But in order for us to put the TV away, since we are folding in the Murphy bed,
right,
I wait for Lou to take the TV off the wall, and then we put it underneath our pillows so that we can close the Murphy bed.
Right.
And in there, your ukulele goes in there as well.
Right.
Once we have that closed, there's a bunch of things I put inside our sink during travel day. The stuff on top of the stove, the stuff on top of the table. But I can't do that because we have to drain, I guess, the pipes after she closes the water. So again, I'm at a standstill waiting for her to close the water so that we can drain that stuff, because I don't want to open up the sink with everything in there. And I think that's really it that I wait for Lou. We have very few glass items, basically our mugs. I make sure to wrap that up with towels. And then everything gets bungee corded. All of our cabinet doors, our fridge doors, the drawers, everything gets bungee corded. Oh, and the basket for our produce. We basically bungee cord that over the, I guess, exhaust from the oven. So that gets held in place during travel days. And other than that,
the other thing that we do now too is we put the tension rods on the bathroom cabinet.
Right. So since it didn't completely stick against the wall, Lou did get these tension rods, which we showed during our tiny bathroom tour, to hold that in place during travel days. There is a little tiny shelf on that cabinet that I take off, like the baby wipe container and the little jars, and that gets stored inside the little trash can inside the shower during travel days. But other than that, it's just a matter of wrapping glasses and bungee cording the cabinet doors, and then anything that is accessible countertops to get put away. So much easier. You do also put away the steps, the ladder that goes into the RV.
Yeah.
And that's pretty easy.
Solid step. Yeah.
That's basically one of the very last things that she does before it's time to start hitching up the trailer.
Right. So that changed in terms of, like, I used to hitch up the night before. But with the solid steps, you can't really, like, tuck them in and bring them back out once you hitch, because it has to be completely flat against the entryway for the door to close. So now that routine changed where, like, I used to hitch up the night before and all I had to do was remove the sewer, water, and electric. Now I hitch up the day of because of those solid steps that I can't put back down once I hitch up the trailer, because the trailers will be higher from the front.
Right.
And the solid steps won't sit flat. So that changed.
Our travel day still consists of Lexi basically hanging out of the window. She's not doing it now because it's going to be way too much wind coming in, so she has a little bit of high anxiety. Lucy typically either just takes a nap on top of Lou's lap or here in the middle between us. Lexi's the one that has to constantly hang outside of the window and smell all the things.
Well, I mean, Lucy's in Lexi's defense, Lucy does hang out the window. And she's just easier to convince to go to sleep.
To relax.
I close the window, she pretty much will sit there and stare for a little while, but then she'll go to sleep. Lexi's used to staying.
Yeah. Yeah. So, map-wise, you use Google Maps?
Yep.
Which she has a hate relationship
I do.
with Karen from Google Maps.
I have a hate relationship with her.
And as of late, at the beginning, I would just make reservations willy-nilly. Now I try to make reservations by checking out the route for her to make sure that it's not something that I'm having her go through some crazy back roads to go from one campground to the other at her request.
Sometimes the roads don't necessarily like take you in somewhat of a direct route. You have to sometimes go in Florida, at least when you're going west specifically, there's really like no easy way to get anywhere. And so sometimes if you plan it right, it becomes a lot easier from one campground to the other. You have that luxury. You have that luxury to plan it right. You don't have to be anywhere at any specific time for any reason. So So yeah, make it a little easier.
So that is what our travel days consist of. I'm pretty sure it's the same for almost everybody. I will say that I still have to learn the things that she does. I haven't done that yet, and vice versa. I think my inside is just much easier than it used to be. So she's going to have an easy peasy time. But hopefully that day will come soon where we swap jobs so that I can know what she does and she can know what I do, just in case of an emergency one of us are sick.
Yep. I think that's extremely necessary.
Yeah.
As you guys know, that Angie's like the boss of towing. So that's already taken care of. She hasn't towed. Have you towed this one? No,
I have not towed the new one yet.
But it's easier than the last one. So
yeah,
you're amazing at it. No worries with that.
Well, if you enjoyed our little check-in during travel day, please give us a big thumbs up. We can't wait to see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 9. And if you're not subscribed yet,
make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click the notification bell so you can get notified every time we upload a video. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.
bye guys.